What's going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there had a wonderful Thanksgiving as we start the holiday season. As for myself, mine was fairly good. Assisted in serving about 400 meals to the seniors here in Jacksonville that live throughout the city at different assisted living facilities, and just came back home and chilled. So fairly laid back day. If you didn't know it, the market was actually open Thursday evening, the futures market, and sat down, took a couple of trades, and traded Friday as well. So I started a live stream Thursday evening going into Friday morning, where I just kind of let my charts run. There were a few times that I sat down and I did actually take some trades, and I wanted to go over one of those trades that I took. That live stream was 9 hours long, so I don't think there's anybody out there that's gonna actually sit and watch all of that. So I figured I would kind of go through it and break out some trades that I took and kind of just make little quick videos. So we're gonna do that for this one trade that we took right here. Already have the video queued up to just about where I got in the trade at. It's about 2:55 in the morning at this time, and you can see that I took some other trades. This is what, 2100, so it's at like 9 o'clock in the evening. Took a few trades coming through there. Market kind of just kept coming down. Took another one right here around 1 o'clock in the morning, and you can see in this particular Apex account I am up $557. So was taking some pretty good trades. One thing of note is if you look at my charts, I have an indicator that I created that if a chart is in a bearish or downtrend, the chart will be this pink color. It's a red. And if the market is in an uptrend, meaning the fast moving average has crossed above the slow, the green moving average crosses above the magenta, it'll change the charts green. So at this time of the morning, you see every single chart is red. 15-minute chart here kind of flipped just a quick second and went right back red. So it was red, flip green, right back red. But for this particular trade that I'm about to take right here, I was taking this trade long, and I'm gonna tell you why. First and foremost, this purple line right here is a 4-hour price level that I found on the 4-hour chart. And if you see here at 2 o'clock, it came down, retested, found support, kind of bounced, came back down. It found support again after dipping below the price level, came back up, and then this last time it is bouncing. So I'm up on the morning, 5:57, and I say, okay, I'm gonna take one more trade, but I'm not gonna trade an NQ. Not gonna trade NQ. I'm gonna take this with the MNQ. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start the video. And if you look over here to the left where my ladder is at, you do see that I have MNQ loaded in the ladder where I take trades at. So I'm gonna start this video. It's set to about a 7 speed. So this is running super fast. So you see I am in the trade. You see I have switched over. So my charts are now showing MNQ. And now if you look at the 15-minute, which is lower right, on my MNQ chart, I did have another hourly price level marked. And you notice that's exactly where that candle had come down to. So get in the trade, Stop is set, target is set, and I'm looking for this to make a move higher. I'm gonna pause this though 1 sec, because one thing that I forgot to mention, looking at this chart, this also has another pattern that you can somewhat see on it, which is what they call an inverted head and shoulders, where you have the head here, you have a shoulder here, you have a shoulder here. So with the head and shoulders pattern, you get your head, you get your shoulder from the past, you get your shoulder after the head for the future. And now you're expecting this to go back up with the rest of the trade. If you come up, look at the 500 tick chart, showing somewhat the same. You got your head, got your shoulder, you have your shoulder, and now you're expecting maybe not get all of this, but I want to get most of it. So I'll start the video back up. We're going to get some other patterns to kind of form as this trade is kind of playing out. Another thing, we'll let it keep going, but notice the time. We're right at 3 o'clock. If this was not a holiday, usually volume comes in pretty good at 3. And you do see that this candle here formed some decent volume compared to what it had been doing the previous 20 minutes or so. So we get a good bottom and tail. That's a good sign. Couple of things of interest also, this dash line right here. This is a hourly 50 EMA. I keep this on most of my time-based charts because that is a highly contested level. And you're going to see that when this candle forms and when it ends. So we're green. That's good. Trade is just kind of playing out. And notice, look where that candle closed at, right at that 50. So get a slight pullback right here. You see, I've moved my stop up because this is, again, a significant moving average. If this fails and comes back down, it could end it. I'm going to pause it again. And if you remember, I said that this was giving off some pretty good patterns. So you got your inverted head and shoulder. And right here, we get what could possibly be a 3-bar play. So under live traders definition, and I'm probably not going to quote this for verbatim, but you want a wide range igniting candle. They call this an igniting candle that is breaking over a significant area. So like a pivot, or in this case, it's coming right up to this 50 moving average. So you get your wide range, you get your narrow range. You want it to have somewhat of an even high. It's fairly close, but didn't quite set an even high. And then you want your next candle to break the high of that candle. So we'll let it continue. Didn't really dip all the way down. So it's more so of a flag. You got a higher low that formed, and then you get this little dip that dipped down below it. Something else you notice, the 2-minute chart is flipped green. Fast is above the slow. So that's something that's good. Next candle, we have broken over, and then it comes back and closes below the 50. And now we're finally getting that move. Finally getting that move. We were up 9 points. When this goes over 10 points, you're going to see my, right there, you see that my trail stop automatically kicks in. This is money now. Once this gets over 10 points, my trail stop will automatically kick in and take the stop to 5. So at that point, I am not going to lose any money, and I'm locked in with 5 points. Kind of hard to see where the entry is right now, but we can say 34. Right now we have the stop at 42. So we got at least 8 points locked in, and boom, now we're running 10 points locked in. This line here is 100 SMA on the 2-minute chart. So this is usually a significant area of resistance. Next, we're coming up. Now we're at VWAP. VWAP is a very contested area, but we got 14 points locked in on this trade. If you come over and look at the ladder, you see we're up $33. If this was an NQ, I'd be up $340 on this trade. And then comes back down, stops me out. No harm, no foul. I got what I wanted out of the trade. And now I would just be sitting here looking to reset. But you notice 2-minute flipped green. The 500 tick chart has flipped green. And come over and look at the 5. The 5 is on the verge of flipping green as well. But just wanted to break this trade out of the 9-hour. Come down and look. This was 9 hours of just live recording the trades. And there you go. The 5-minute has now flipped green as well. Thing with the trade is it is fighting VWAP. This gold broken line that you see on the 2-minute and the 5-minute. And that is what kind of stalled that trade out. Had VWAP not been there, this trade would have kept running until it hit another significant area. If we come over and look at the 15-minute, which is lower right, we see that that was also the slow moving average for the 15-minute that it's stalling out at. And you see that we have an actual price action line that I had dropped on the chart, where right here ran into trouble with it. And look what it did, came right to it and ran into trouble. So that was a good stop out. Like I said, you can always reassess and re-enter the trade. Some people may not agree with it, but that's my style of trade. And I like to get what I can get out of a trade and keep it moving. So on that note, I am going to wrap this video up, and we will be back at it again later. Peace.